Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with the review for Love and Hip Hop Miami, Season 2, Episode 10. So let's get to it, shall we? So it started where it ended last week, which was with JoJo and Veronica Vega fighting at Trix and Chaotic's cook-off. They arguing back and forth. The Crazy 88s is up there trying to, get control of it. Like I told you guys last week, Veronica Vega has no intentions of being friends with JoJo. I don't even know why JoJo allowed herself to be dragged over there by Bobby. She should have known how this was going to turn out. Girl, you was public enemy number one this season, and on your own fault. Okay, let me make that clear. JoJo is unlikable because of JoJo. JoJo says that she appreciates Bobby for trying to handle this situation, but you know what? It's just not going to work. Her and Veronica Vega not going to be friends. So they had this big blow up, and Trick Daddy, he looking from his food truck. He tickled. He said it wouldn't be a party if some shit didn't pop off. Okay, but the reason why we are here, this cook-off. Now, you guys tell me that Trick Daddy actually is a very well-known cook out there, or chef, I should say. Hood chef. He even started his own thing out there, and it seems to be doing very well. It's getting bigger. Good for him. They have a little cook-off. Chaotic said that he made oxtails. Nobody can beat his oxtails. Trick made these ribs, and they was not gonna let Trick lose, even if the oxtails was better. So Miami Tip gets up there and she's reading the results. Chaotic is mad because it didn't even look like the judges had even tasted his food. All right, they done gave him a negative 300. How you get a negative? Trick got 3,000 points. So as of now, it looks like Trick Daddy did win. So what was the stipulations, or what were they going? What were they competing for? Oh, Tricks and Gunplay's features on Chaotic's album. Well, as of now, Chaotic has lost. Now, back to JoJo. She says, she got so much on her mind, she need to clear her head a little bit. So she's telling, who was she telling that? She's still at the cook-off. Maybe it was Bobby. Okay, but so she goes off to the side, like I said, JoJo tried to clear her mind, and then here come Bucky in her hair. Hey, angry bird. Okay, you ready to talk to me? And then all of a sudden she just run and jump up on her. Here come the Crazy 88s jumping with her. Shit. Not in enough time for Bucky in her hair to, not get her wig. Bucky in her hair is like, bitch, I got you. I'm snatching wigs, and she's all excited. Girl, what is you fighting her for? She ain't even really with Pleasure P like that. You wasting all your fucking energy. I'm telling you, Bucky in her hair, girl, you play yourself so much. But because it was JoJo, we don't like her. We don't give a fuck, Good for Bucky in her hair. After JoJo get her wig snatched, she's back at home. And she says she feels like the whole world is against her. This just proves that the roots that Amara Negra put on her, that strong. No, bitch, it's because you are, bitch. We don't like you. I am not fixing to sit here and listen to this full of fucking niggatry about these goddamn roots. Her mom comes in, and her mom want to know what's the matter. She tells the mama what happened. Okay, Veronica Vega threw a shoe. Bucky in her hair pulled her wig off. Everything is going wrong. Her business is suffering. And this is all because Amara Negra put roots on her. She went to her spiritual advisor. Her spiritual advisor told her that, yeah, it looked like somebody didn't put a heavy root on you. I said, I know Reverend Ramirez did not tell you that. What kind of spiritual advisor you done went to that was able to see the haze of a root put on you? Okay, and I don't want to be disrespectful. I mean, this whole thing is so fucking stupid. I just can't believe that they running with this like that. Maybe I'm ill-informed. Maybe I'm ignorant to the culture in Miami and the Latino culture, and when it comes to shit like this, I shouldn't say shit, when it comes to things like this that I don't see clearly spiritually, you guys put your sis up on game. If I'm wrong about these roots and the fact that Amara La Negra probably put something in her food so that she could eat it, so they, these roots would be on her heavy, or what they used to say, menstruation. You put the blood from your cycle in somebody's spaghetti or some shit, because JoJo said she done ate a whole bunch of food after Amara La Negra. So that's when it could have happened. But the whole time that I'm sitting there listening, I'm just like, I'm getting so increasingly annoyed, so much so that I was just like, I am fucking dropping this show. Okay, I put up a little Twitter survey and asked, do y'all want me to drop it or pick up Married to Medicine LA, or what? And then Love and Hip Hop, the actual official Twitter tweeted me and said, well, why can't you keep both? And I was just like, well, it does make me feel good to know that the Love and Hip Hop people are at least know that I'm trying with this goddamn show. But y'all giving me roots. Y'all giving me roots today. Do you understand what I got to work with here? Love and Hip Hop, Mona, bitch. Do you understand what I'm trying to deal with here? Nobody was like fucking around with these damn roots. And JoJo with her old petunia pig self fluffed up in that bed talking to her mama about some goddamn... I just was just like... And then she go and tell the mama, you know what? She done reached out to her father because, maybe down there where he is, he can get this root lifted off of her. I said, oh, then that's what that's about. Okay? Bitch is struggling. Business is struggling. Ain't got no money, ain't got daddy's money, and now all of a sudden you use this roots thing to get back in touch with your daddy. You ain't talked to him in a long time, but you know what? We gonna use this roots thing and call daddy, and maybe he gonna drop her off a few dollars because he see how she's suffering and shit. So, she done called daddy for him to get the de-rootsify her. They gonna go there and release the roots off of her, and we are not talking about hair today. Oh, like I said, y'all, if I don't know what I'm talking about, these roots, y'all go on and let me know. But the whole time, I just was like... Now, JoJo says that she realizes that these roots that Amara La Negra put on her was because of her friendship with Bobby, with Prince. Like I said, the business is going bad. It's all bad. All along, she thought that Amara La Negra was her friend, but now she says that she sees that she's not. Damn it, she couldn't even get de-rootsified from her spiritual advisor. Got to take it all the way down to wherever her daddy is. But she's packed up and she's going there. She's looking forward to getting all this taken off her soul so shit can go back to normal. Now, Bobby goes over to see JoJo, who's been de-rootsified. Just cracks me up. Nigga got the roots fired. Nigga do roots fired. Nigga did roots fired. She telling him about the whole ritual, how scary it was. Her daddy took her to the place and there was some sort of gas or alcohol and they made a ring around her and she stood in the middle of it and they burned it, and it burned away all of the evil spirits of the roots that was, holding tight to her. They got burnt away. Now she feels as light as a bird. She don't have any ill will towards Amara La Negra, but she ain't fucking with her no more. I said, fine. JoJo told us a little while ago that she wasn't coming back to the show, and I think that's a great decision. Now, we see Amara La Negra. My mom was hesitant to start her own business, but when I talked to her longer, she finally agreed to do her own business for the empanada. Amara La Negra, her helping her mother takes her mind off of the other shit that's going on in her life, namely the drama with Bobby and JoJo. She says that she feels betrayed by Bobby because she knows in her heart that she's never done anything wrong to him. And I believe that. Well, they have no reason to not really like this girl. And as far as Amara La Negra is concerned, after the stunt that Bobby and JoJo pulled, I am completely done with them. So dramatic. Girl, you shouldn't even care about them. You just met them last damn season. So she's talking to her mom. She don't know what her next move ought to be when it comes to those two. Her mama was just like, leave them the fuck alone. Okay, you don't need them. You are bigger star than them any fucking way. Amara La Negra, she just regrets that she never even listened to what everybody tried to tell her about JoJo. Okay, the old backstabber. But now she agrees with her mother. She got to leave them all alone. Then we got to contend with the Poppy Shampoo song. Okay, Hollywood says that he wanted some reggaeton artist, Neo or Nevo or something like that, to listen to old Poppy Shampoo. Okay, and if this guy feels it, then they headed in the right direction. Okay, now the guy is trying to tell, I couldn't understand what you're saying, and trying to read that screen and take notes and all of that. Something along the lines of, you got to pay your dues. Social media has made it so that these people now blow up so quickly and don't really respect the game. Chaotic is there too, and Chaotic is like, yeah, you got to have the groundwork laid, before you can take off as an artist. But Prince don't understand why. If the music is there and people appreciate it, why do I have to be working hard on it year after year after year? Well, that seems to be the conversation now. The ways to get music deals and things like that is totally different than it was back in the day. You used to have to try to get a label, and they used to have to groom you and get you ready. And now, sometimes it's just as easy as getting a whole bunch of hits on YouTube, for people to recognize your talents, and then the labels come to those people, or you might even go independent. So it's not the same route to success, and a lot of times it's just whether or not you old school or new school. That's really all it is, the battle of the schools. But anyway, they played old Poppy Shampoo song, and Reggaeton says that he can appreciate it. It sounds like it might be something. So hey, they got some hope there. Poppy Shampoo might be a hit. As far as Chaotic being there, he say that he grinding, he trying to get Trick to be on this feature, even though they cheated at the cook-off. He's still gonna try to get Trick on it, but even if Trick don't do it, he gonna, regardless, he gonna grind anyway. He gonna win. He tell him about this plea deal that they done threw at him from his legal issues from last week, running from the police but not knowing it was the police until he crashed. It sounds so stupid, when you listen to it, but that's what he running with, child. And it's something about a 7-year, 5-year probation or something like that, and he don't feel like he gonna take that deal. But then he starts waxing poetical on how his life has been kind of difficult because his daddy ain't been around. Okay, he probably ain't talked to his dad since 2010, but dad been reaching out. He probably saw in the news that Chaotic was wrapped up in this legal problem and shit, so now he's trying to reaching out and trying to see what's going on with his oldest boy. But Chaotic ain't got no words for him. Hollywood says, you know what, you should listen to him. Okay, maybe you guys can relate on some things that you wasn't able to in the past, and maybe he can change your perspective a little bit. So you should probably reach back out to him. Now the Poppy Shampoo song. Okay, Prince is having a performance/birthday party. Amara La Negra is there. She's happy for him, that he's finally stepping out on faith. We see Pooch there. She said even though her and Prince have had issues in the past, she ain't got shit else to do, and now they cordial with each other. Hell, she want to be on the show, so this the best she can do. But I was sitting there listening to Pooch trying to set up this date with Amara La Negra, and I tell you, that girl is a good sport. All right, she already knows that she don't need to offend somebody like Trick. I mean, he is a legend in the game, as ignorant as he might be off of the show. He act like he got some sense on the show. But when Pooch is trying to tell her that, they would be a cute couple, and, Amara La Negra is like, but that's my people, though. But you know what? Why not? I mean, shit ain't going well with all these other niggas that she dealing with. All right, and at least she knows she could have a cool time with him, and that, he would be a friend. So, yeah, go on and hook it up, I guess. All right, so while she's sitting there talking to Pooch, then here come Bucky in her hair. Hey, friend or ex-friend, you divorced me. Because Pooch is just like, what are you talking about? Oh, she divorced me. She picked JoJo over me and all of this. And Amara La Negra, she's embarrassed that she even went there with it, and knows that she needs to handle this situation with Bucky in her hair. I want to make it right again. So she apologizes to Bucky in her hair, and now, Bucky in her hair is like, oh, so we back together. We friends again. Okay, so now that we friends, girl, how about last week I was at this cook-off for Trick and I saw JoJo the Angry Bird there. I pulled her wig. She just so proud of it. Grown ass still fighting every time she sees somebody that she don't get along with. She telling Amara la Negra what's going on, and then she asked her, now when the last time you seen Veronica? And Amara la Negra was like, it's been a minute. And she says, well, she's here. And she was like, what? Where? She over there somewhere. Amara la Negra says that she always tries to avoid drama, but drama always finds her. I said, Mona put her ass there. Amara la Negra. Okay, Mona said, damn it, curtain call is at 9:30. Time is money. Get your ass down there. So after we get Prince's little performance, and probably this is the best performance of, these old makeshift artists that show up on Love and Hip Hop. I was like, he had little pyrotechnic, pyro shit in the background and lights and lasers. And, he had his little choreography doing his little thing. The song, even though it sounds very, very heavily studio, what is it that I'm trying to say? Auto-tuned and everything. I mean, I could sort of hear, if it wasn't him, maybe somebody else, if they polished it up and stuff, maybe. Okay, maybe is the best I can give to Prince. But everybody there was enjoying it. Of course, they was told to enjoy it any damn way. But and after it's done, he's happy. He say he killed it. This is where he's supposed to be. Liz said she knew after he would quit fucking around with Bobby that, he would be focused and be concerned about his career. And this is why it's been so great for him ever since he stopped. And then we see Chaotic. He say some out of line shit. I didn't like that. Okay, now it's one thing for Chaotic to be flirting with the girls on the show that's single and everything, but he gonna say that Liz was giving him the eye, and she probably want a real man. Like, I said, first of fuck all, that shit is not cool to say, because you're friends with Prince. You done been on so many little episodes with him, and y'all had so many scenes together, but you trying to push up on this girl? Yeah, That was not a good look, but I feel like that's the way that they are trying to sway us, that maybe there's going to be some drama, as if Liz was going to be fucking around with a Chaotic anyway. But all that pushed to the side, we finally get this meeting between Veronica Vega and Amara la Negra, and I'm not going to go through it, okay, because they just made up. Veronica Vega's whole thing was Amara la Negra did not stop the rumors of her being called a racist, or people saying that she was a racist. Even though Amara la Negra never called her a racist, she never stopped other people from saying that she was a racist either. Okay, and her life took a dive. And now she can't even go to radio stations that she used to be able to, and her career is all fucked up because of it. And Amara la Negra does apologize. They did both get caught up real quickly last season. You could see it happening, but Amara la Negra was the fan favorite. Veronica Vega does have some problematic things with her in her rap career and all of that, so that's why that shit went the way that it went. But all that being said, the two of them have made up. They even hugged, was this a grown woman moment that they having? Yep, it looks like it. They have kissed and made up. Amara la Negra and Veronica Vega, they are now friends again. Now, the date with Amara la Negra and Trick, okay, she shows up there, and they're going horseback riding. And she brought her mama, because her mama is good. Queen of the cock block. So, and Trick Daddy say, she probably think that he trying to get a home run with her, but he just trying to get the first base. So I said, you better be glad you was in the stadium. You can thank Mona for that. Shit. So whatever, he's a gentleman. He helps her up on top of the horse. She has no bra on. She has her shirt all the way open. I'm trying to figure out how the shirt even staying on her titties. But she gets on. I was like, girl, you going horseback riding? Don't you already know that that's a whole bunch of this? Can you imagine them big ass titties? Okay, the whole time she, oh, my titties. Her titties hurt. Yeah, bitch, put on a fucking bra, okay, when you go horseback riding. She was cute, but just, extra. Trick say that his nuts hurt, okay, so they both in the same boat. Okay, but they have a good time on the horses. After they finish, you know, she thanks him for the experience, but she is still flirting with him. Okay, she's also got that under her belt well. She knows how to make men, you know, she's a flirt. One of those ones who have no intentions, though, so don't take it no further. She starts telling them about the drama with Bobby and JoJo, and you could tell that Trick didn't even want to hear it. He was just kind of looking around like, okay, well, you ain't got to worry about all that kind of shit when you around me, because Trick don't stand for that shit. They not going to bring that shit around him. As far as he's concerned, she's family now. You know, he got her. So she's happy about that, and like I said, Amara la Negra, she was a good sport. Good for her. And then lastly, you guys, we see Chaotic. He meets with his dad. He says it's been years. Remember I told you guys he hasn't talked to him since 2010. And he said he just don't need no extra stress and drama in his life. But you know, his dad reached out, so he will give him that time. Okay. Plus he got some shit that he want to get off his chest. So the daddy says, just like Chaotic thought, you know, like, I saw you on the news. Like, what's up with that? You forever getting yourself in these situations. Chaotic agrees with him. Yeah, you're right, you know, but I've been kind of raising myself ever since I was a kid. Hell, you wasn't there. I guess his mama could only do so much. And the daddy was like, you know, then he started telling his, I guess this is that perspective that Hollywood was talking about. The daddy started telling him how when he was a kid, he also didn't have his daddy. So it's a cycle. He got his own in some trouble. How many times did you get shot? Chaotic said 15. He's okay. I got shot a whole bunch of times too, and I died, but I came on back because he knew that he had a bigger job to do in his life. So I don't know if Chaotic knew that story or not. He probably did. But he tells us that he appreciates that his father at least shared those things with him. So they have some sort of connection on the fact that they got shot a whole bunch of fucking times. But daddy does tell him when he found out that, you know, his son had been shot 15 times, you know, he fell down on his knees. He felt so bad. He knew he wasn't there for him, you know, and the guilt just took over. And that's when Chaotic kind of starts to break down and says, yeah, it's been really rough. And the fact that his dad wasn't there even made it harder for him. Chaotic says, you know, you got a wife, I got a sister that I don't know, you have a church, a whole full church family, you know, that I'm not a part of in any kind of way, like I don't know nothing about you. And the dad says, yeah, I know, and I know the pain that it's caused, and that's the reason why the dad is there. So Chaotic, you know, he appreciates that, and he tells him he wants to get to know him better, okay? All of that resentment that he had, and the hurt and the anger that he had towards his father, it's just gone. Like, he ain't even got time for that no more. He just wants to get to know them now. All right. And then he says, and you know, we got to do some things together. And the father was like, okay. And he says, yeah, we gonna throw the ball back and forth. And I was just like, I don't know why. You guys know. I do be hoard. Okay. But I'm telling you that it almost got your girl. Cause I was just like, oh, he just wanna. You know how in your mind, when you think about perfect mother-daughter or perfect father-son situations, you always see the father and the son throwing the ball back and forth to each other. Like, in his mind, that is the opening to a better relationship with him and his father. And, you know, the father was just like, oh, okay, sure, I could do that, you know. But then they get up and they hug, and this almost touched a bitch to her heart again. The father was just like, I thank you so much for this. And he almost had a little breakdown, but they was holding each other so tight, and I was just like, oh. Mona, did you set this shit up, or was this shit real? Because you got a bitch, you know, thug tears coming down. I was really touched by it, though, you guys. It was nice to see. All right, you guys, so that is it. So like I said in the video, I was planning on dropping Love and Hip Hop Miami, but I'm not going to drop it because I have a hard time stopping shit when I get it started. It just doesn't sit well in my spirit. So I'm going to finish the season because I've already committed to it, but we going to see. Season 3, I just don't know at this point. It's not a definite no, but it's a real heavy I don't think so. But I do believe that I am going to pick up Married to Medicine Los Angeles. The show comes on again. The first episode comes on again tomorrow. I think that's officially the first day that this episode is airing. I will review it. It'll probably be up either Thursday or Friday. Probably Friday, because Black Ink Chicago, I still have to do the finale. Thank God that shit is over. I gotta do the finale, but I'm gonna get all these videos in because I got some goals for April. What are we in? March. I got some goals for March, and it ain't gonna happen if I'm not doing no fucking videos. So Married to Medicine, you guys know I like to start at the beginning of the season. It's a new season. It's a black show. It's a reality show. Everybody is always upset I didn't do the original Married to Medicine, so I'm willing to give this one a shot. Looking forward to it, actually. So yeah, that is what we doing. But yeah, I was threatening to drop it, but I'm not. Unless some real big fool of fucking niggardry go on next week, I'll be watching this damn show and reviewing it for you guys. But let me get off of here, you guys. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Rox. The channel is for It's Rox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, Roxstars. Bye.